All right, the Alzheimer's Association has just released its annual facts and figures report. In some respects, the numbers can seem concerning, but there is some good news and some optimism about the future of treating the disease. Joining us now, Erica Eikren. She's a program manager with the Iowa chapter of the Alzheimer's Association. Erica, thanks so much for being here with us. Before we get to the headlines, I think I want to talk about just broadly what this report covers.
Yeah, so every year we update our facts and figures to let everyone know how many of those in the United States are living with Alzheimer's or another form of dementia, other stats as far as the number of healthcare workers that are there to support those with the disease, as well as individualized information and numbers for each state in the United States as well.
So let's talk about the number of people living with this disease. What is that number, and how do you interpret that? What does that mean?
Yeah, so year over year, we've continued to see a growth of the number of people living in the United States with Alzheimer's or another type of dementia. This year, we're showing it 7.2 million Americans. And the reason that that number has gone up and will continue to go up slightly over the years is that there are more Americans living over the age of 65 than ever before. And so with the good of extended lifespans can come a little bit more of a risk for different forms of dementia over the age of 65.
So do you interpret that as good news because people are living longer, potentially with this disease, or is it kind of more of a bad news situation?
I think it's optimistic in the way that we are helping people to be more aware of the warning signs of the disease, so that they are able to go to their doctor sooner when they're seeing those warning signs. They're able to get a diagnosis and get tests run earlier. And there's so much benefit to early detection and diagnosis. There are two wonderful medications out on the market in the last couple of years. One is Leqembi and the other is Kisunla. And those are keeping people at the earlier stage longer and giving them better quality of life. So we're really starting to turn the page and give people more hope in the areas of research, which is just making it more positive all around, though we know that our number one risk factor is age. So it's positive, yet it's still a little bit against us in the way that we are living longer, which can keep us at a higher risk. But there's so many preventative things that we can do to lower our risk, such as diet, exercise, staying socially engaged in our community, challenging our brain to learn new things. So much we can do from a preventative standpoint that is very hopeful.
One thing your organization has said is that the person who will survive Alzheimer's is out there right now. You talked a lot about the drugs that are treating this disease. Is there any hope that there is a way to prevent this in the future?
Yes. So in one of the surveys that we conducted as part of these annual figures, we did take a survey, and 92% of Americans say that if there is a treatment out there and available, they are very open and willing to be a part of it, or they want to see more treatments like that. That's the hopeful piece of it. So yes, these medications are definitely helping. The research and continued funding that we're seeing is helping us to get to that page as well. But yes, 80% of Americans surveyed want to know if they have the disease. 90% want a treatment that's going to slow the progression of the disease. And so we know that there are more people out there that want to get tested, want to figure out if something's wrong because they know that the treatments are helpful. But also from a preventative standpoint, there is more and more science showing that it's really important to know our numbers, make sure we're getting to our doctor for an annual physical, and make sure that we're keeping things like our blood pressure, our cholesterol, or blood sugar within normal range, whether that's through the aid of a physician or medication or not. But those are some great preventative things to do, is know your numbers and not be afraid to go to your doctor when you feel that there is a concern when it comes to your memory and cognition.
All right, so much great information there. Thank you, Erica Eikren, for taking some time. Erica with the Iowa chapter of the Alzheimer's Association. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
All right, for more information on the new Alzheimer's report, you can head to our website, WQAD.com, and click the As Seen on TV tab.